Happy Fellowship Friday. Today we have the Carreras family in with us. It's a great conversation that we have. We talk about reptiles. We talk about ghosts. We talk about all kinds of other stuff. You aren't going to want to miss this one. On with the show. How are you guys tonight?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Gianna, good?
Yeah.
Tarn, good?
Splendid.
Splendid.
Mhm.
It's even better than good.
Even better.
That's the optimist in him. Are all of you optimists in your family?
I definitely am.
You're an optimist.
Yeah.
Tarn's definitely an optimist.
For sure.
I probably wouldn't say that I am.
I don't think anybody would say you're an optimist either.
Look for the things down.
I expect the worst.
You expect the worst?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty pessimistic. Pessimistic? Yeah. It's not the right word. But anyways, welcome to the new studio.
Lovely.
We've changed rooms again. Well, we came back to this room. We were in this room earlier when we did the first couple, but we're back.
Nice.
Different locale, kind of in the same room. So, hope you like it. This is what the behind the scenes looks like for you guys. You guys can see it, but the audience can't.
All the background and stuff too. There's a bookshelf. You might not be able to see the book, but it's there.
There's a bookshelf. You can probably see a little bit of it. And my grandma and grandpa on the shelf. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, I guess. Just give us some of your guys' background, how you guys came to Grace Bible Fellowship, and then anything else that you want to share along the way about your family's background, anything like that. So we'll let Mom start. She knows, she has the most experience.
I know the most about the family's history.
Yes.
I've lived in Colorado my whole life. So we, I guess all of the kids were born when they were born. So that's good. Mara and Tarn and Shauna. We came to Grace Bible Fellowship because we were just looking for a new church. So we were actually supposed to go to try out a different church. And then the night before we came here, I just decided that we wanted to go somewhere else. So we started looking around and we were watching YouTube videos of churches because it was during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And we wanted to find a church that no one was wearing a mask in. And so that's what we were looking for. And we saw a video of this church, and at like 11 o'clock at night on Saturday night, we were like, nope, we're going there instead.
Was that like whole family thing that you guys were doing, or is that just you and...
No, I think we
Your
all
husband.
were watching the videos, weren't we? Even though it was late at night.
Yeah, we were all in your guys' bed together,
Yeah.
watching like the live stream when
That's
it was up
cool.
there.
Yeah.
That's
we all-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we decided to come here. I don't know what made me think I wanted somewhere different. I can't even remember where we were going to go before. I don't remember what made me change my mind, honestly. But something, I was like, I think I just want to go somewhere different.
Right.
And then we knew right away that this was the church for us because it was like 2 weeks before lip sync. And it was like, you have to come to watch lip sync. And when we came to lip sync and we went home that night, we were like, yep, this is definitely the church for us.
That's it. You don't know a
This
whole
is
lot of
our kind
churches
of
that
church.
do that.
That's
right.
right.
That's cool. Where did you guys go to church before you decided to switch?
We used to go to Messiah Baptist Church,
Okay.
which the main one is in Denver, and there's a small one that the pastor opened up in Brighton. So we went to the one in Denver when we first got married, and that's the pastor who married us. And he
cool.
actually married both of Anthony's sisters also.
Wow.
So
It's a family thing.
Yeah. So I had met him back when we first started dating and everything. So we kind of knew. The church in Denver is really big. It's a super big, like old church, like old school, the way you'd picture an old-fashioned kind of church.
Old-fashioned Baptist church.
Yes. And then he tried a couple different times to open smaller churches that we went to for a while. Like he opened one out of his house in Erie for a while, like in the basement that we went to. And then he tried opening the one here in Brighton, which I think is still open. I'm pretty sure he's probably passed away because he was in his 80s, I think, after he married us.
Okay.
So I'm sure that he's probably not
By
with us
now, yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then we decided to start looking away from that church because it was mostly just a lot of really older people.
Mm.
And that's when we had all the kids. And we're like, we really need somewhere that's going to have more interaction because it was just
Seems
us and the kids.
yeah, seems kind of the Baptist way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of older people is
Yeah.
what Baptist churches
Yeah.
are.
It was a lot of older people, just
Mhm.
elderly people. So,
Is
yeah.
it? Did you grow up Baptist?
No, I grew up not in the church at all.
Okay.
So we went off and on to like a Presbyterian church when I was growing up, like mostly like at Christmas, my mom would take us. I'm pretty sure that my dad grew up mostly Baptist. Is that what you found out, Tarn, when you talked to Grandpa?
I don't know fully because I've only a lot of like the past kind of stuff with all of our family. I'm not 100% sure about with like the church. I only just learned a little bit about like the one that you were talking about, the Messiah Baptist, a little bit ago because I don't really have a lot of memory from all that back then. A little bit too, but
Yeah.
I would guess so because I think you guys tried out a different. Yeah, you tried a couple like Baptist church, so I would guess that it was more leaning towards Baptist with everything.
Yeah.
And that's why it was more like comfortable to keep going to Baptist named things.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I grew up, we didn't go to church at all, except for occasionally off and on. Like at Christmas time, one of my best friends, she went to that Presbyterian church. So I would go there to like vacation Bible school with her sometimes in the summer and stuff when I was little. But that was pretty much it. But when I met Anthony, they'd pretty much always been pretty much at that same church almost forever because his sister's
okay.
older than him. So it had been quite a while since she had gotten married.
So he kind of brought you into that
Yes.
that church circle, I guess you could say.
Yep, he definitely did. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you guys remember like the church shopping thing? I don't know what other word to call it, but
Yeah.
like searching around and like what kind of influence do you feel like you guys had like in that decision making process?
Like
Because I
with-
assume it's like with you guys watching the live streams and stuff, it was a family ordeal. Like we're gonna find a family church for the family to go to and stuff. So do you guys remember that pretty vividly?
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, remembrance at all?
I don't remember it like super well. I mostly remember like I don't even know if we looked at like more than just the two, but I remember just after looking at the first one when we looked at this one, just how much like I don't know what the right word for it is, just lively, I guess. Just how much more
Life.
lively it was. Yeah.
It's a good word for it.
That's a great word.
Yeah. Now that you're in it, in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember it, I think, a little bit with like, because I know there was that other live stream that we looked at, but I can't remember what the name of their place was either. But I think the majority of like, because even with myself, I didn't really like push for all that much. I think our dad was like the main push to like want to get us in to go find a church. So he was helping us to keep going there. He started like a little bit before that too, trying to make sure like with like the school for today, we had like intentional Bible reading time and a devotional that we went through and we like sat down as like all of us together to read the Bible at the same time that he set for us to do too.
That's cool.
Was really cool because he started really trying to push to help us get back into the church and stuff too. So I
That's
remember
cool.
that at least, and then finding this church. And I know one of the main things he said for like at least his reason for this church that he liked was the gospel message was the big thing, which is really cool, especially compared to the Messiah Baptist that we went to, because I don't have a lot of memory from Messiah Baptist, but what I can remember is the like fire and brimstone kind of teaching like you'd expect with like Baptist and stuff.
Nice.
And then the only other thing that I picked up was only because a little bit ago I actually found like I don't remember if it was like in my Bible or in my drawer or something, but there was a pamphlet that was from Messiah Baptist that they handed out, and I read through it a little bit, and it was basically like their gospel tracts that they would give out to people. But you go through it, and it has I think they might have used the Romans Road possibly. But it has in like numbered like a list, like these are the 5 steps you do to be saved. You do this thing, like it was definitely works-based salvation and a whole bunch of stuff added besides even just confessing. But going through all those things, and at the end you had to like sign your name and then go bring it to the pastor to get like, I don't know if it was like to make it official or anything or something.
Interesting.
But that's which is cool to see like that change and stuff like with like actually the free grace doctrine.
Right.
Of what scripture actually says is the gospel. And that's what our dad like hung to when we came here, which was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. seems like the thing people crave the most because it's so simple to understand. So it draws people in who are used to complex things really that they don't even understand. It's like a lot of things are made super complex and they're like they tell you it's super simple, but you're like, I don't really understand it. That's for the pastor to understand, is what it
Mhm.
seems like happens a lot. So people are thirsty and hungry for that truth, but it's so simple too when you hear it, and everything. So, well, how about some childhood stories,
Childhood stories.
interests? That's pretty much all I want to know.
What are we interested in?
Tell us all about your
What
childhood.
you were
kid.
interesting.
I was not. Let's move on. Okay.
Let's not do that.
Hmm.
Give us a glimpse into your childhood, Taran.
Let me think for a second here. Let me
I
think
want to learn about you
about me.
and Shiana.
I don't know. Thinking back a little bit, I thought about it a few times. I think we had a lot of like just the family kind of stuff that went on for a lot of things. So it was kind of just always us, like not a lot of like friend things happening or going on because we were homeschooled our whole lives. So that was already like kind of kept us just in kind of that inner circle of the family.
Right.
So we kind of did stuff with each other all the time. So I remember we had like different things that we did with each other, I think, a little bit. And as we got older, they kind of shifted around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Mara started getting a little bit older, I always like sat with her and watched her play video games and stuff while she was doing it, which I still enjoy now, just watching people play video games. It's
Right.
a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But that was kind of something I did with Mara a lot of the time. And then I think we kind of did less as we went on a little bit, but I did Legos is something that I always really loved growing up. So I always had like Lego sets and just built random things.
Yeah.
And then me and Chana did that for a little bit, and we made like some stop motion. Well, we said it was stop motion, but we just recorded it as we moved the figures and stuff around. So it's stop motion,
That's a
but
classic childhood stop motion.
yeah, we can call it stop motion. So we did that a little bit. I don't know if you remember a lot of that from the.
I don't remember that at all.
Well,
We have video evidence
I do. If I had that
somewhere.
camera,
It's out there somewhere.
yeah. But I feel like that's a lot of it. I grew up with, because actually mom and dad had the reptile shop that you guys had before I was even born.
Yep.
That you guys had that place, which I don't even know how many years it was before.
It was only a
that you
couple
owned it.
years that we had that, but you and Shauna were pretty little. So, but you guys basically lived in that shop for like those 2 years because we were there almost 24/7.
Because basically you guys were the only workers that were there too.
Well, we were the only workers, yeah. Because I mean, we were just trying to keep it afloat.
Wow.
So, and it was just us being there all the time. Yeah. Even in the back of the shop, there was like a little living room area. There was a couch, a TV,
Oh wow.
like a crib. Because Chana was born when we had the shop open.
Wow.
So
Born and raised with reptiles.
she was. I went back to work when she was 3 days old, and she came with me because we had to open the shop back up.
That's
Because
awesome.
live animals can't just sit there and wait.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. You guys probably don't. Mara probably remembers that more than you
Mm-hmm.
because you guys were pretty little. Because Chana was just born, so you would have just been like 1.
Yeah, I have no memory of the reptile shop, just from what I was told, and like all the stuff we have from the reptile shop that was in the garage.
Yeah. We've finally gotten rid of pretty much all of that, finally.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's finally gone.
it's finally all gone.
So did both of you have a passion then for reptiles? back then?
Not
Or was
really
that-
me so much. It was Anthony.
Just say probably more one than the other,
Yeah.
and the other one was
He
kind of
had-
supportive on that.
Yeah. He had always had reptiles. I never had. I
Mm.
think I had a newt one time when I was a little kid, but he really wanted like a snake, and I thought it was such a weird thing, but it was like the first present I ever bought him was a snake because that's what he really
awesome.
wanted. So that's what started. And the kids, there was always a million pets in the house growing up, not just reptiles, but there was always some kind of pets.
Mhm.
Some sort of animal.
And he just had really dreamed of owning his own reptile store. So we tried it.
Made it
And-
happen,
Yeah, it was super hard and cost a ton of money.
as any business can be.
Yeah. And plus, it was after it had been open a couple years, it was like 2008. So when like everything in the economy like went tanked.
Yep.
So people stopped spending money, and we were basically paying more for the shop than we were for our house.
Oh wow,
So like the mortgage on the shop and the utility bills and all that cost more than our house did.
that's crazy.
So it was just one or the other had to go because
Hmm.
it wasn't feasible. So, and it was kind of sad because we were starting to actually get regular customers, and we like put on a reptile show because there's like reptile shows that happen like every so
Oh
often.
yeah.
And it was a ton of work. We got like, you get breeders to come in from other states and they set up like displays,
Oh
and
wow.
then you have to advertise it, and people like pay an entry fee to come in and then go
Hmm.
shop around. And it was pretty successful,
Yeah.
but that was
pretty
right
cool.
at the end of where we'd reached our financial limit of what we could stretch. So,
Hmm.
but it was a mostly fun experience.
Mostly fun.
It was a lot of hard work
Yeah.
and hard
can
to be there
imagine.
with the kids when they were all so little all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So did that cultivate any love for? I mean, you said you have animals in the
Yeah.
home all the time. Do all three of your kids, are you animal lovers? I don't know about Mara. She's not here right now, but
I don't know if Mara is really that much of an animal lover. You'd have to, you two can answer for yourselves.
Not. I think she enjoys having a couple. Like she was sad not to be able to take her snake with her that she had when they moved into the apartment.
That's
Mm.
true.
So I think like maybe a couple animals she does enjoy having, but
Yeah.
definitely not like we had. I probably at points we had up to like 30 or 30 something in the house just with all the reptiles and stuff.
wow.
Yeah,
which
for
took
sure.
A ton. Like it was like a schedule with a couple hours in the morning they all had to be taken care of, and then a couple hours in the evening every single day in
Yeah.
order to keep all of them actually maintained
That's a
and
lot.
clean
It's a
and
full-time
fed.
job when you have that much stuff.
hmm
Yeah, 30. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was cool though. Like it definitely the reptile carried on for a while because I think for a little bit too I was starting breeding them too with some of the reptiles. I bred crested geckos, the corn snakes. I think those are the only two that I bred actually. I had plans to do other ones, like I had milk snakes,
Hmm.
and then I had different frogs and toads. We had scorpions and tarantulas, all at the same
Wow.
time, all like in the same room and stuff with different cages. But
That's crazy.
the breeding process was really cool because you get to see, like, we had a homemade incubator that we made for all of them, like a cooler that we cut holes in the back of and put some insulation and heating inside
Oh
of.
wow.
We had like totes that we had to give like the little bedding to keep the eggs nice and moist inside of there too.
It's like Breaking Bad inside your house.
Yeah.
Except just breeding animals.
Breeding animals, which it was really cool, and you actually can the profit from them. You can make a decent amount too because the corn snakes, at least I bred them a couple times, but every time that they laid eggs, it was about like 13 or so.
Hmm.
So you have like 13 different little babies that hatch, and they all came out. So when they start, like you could see their little heads sticking out, and they're super tiny. Probably they wouldn't really look like worms at that point, but they're really tiny snakes for
Wow.
those. And then the little crested
That's
geckos
cool.
are probably just like the size of the front of your finger too when they
Wow.
hatched, and they were really tiny guys. So they were
Cool.
cool to see the process from breeding them to eggs to hatch to then selling them to people.
Yeah, that would be cool. How about you, Chiana? Any love for reptiles?
No, definitely not reptiles.
Tarantulas?
No.
Scorpions are probably your thing.
Yeah, no. Cats are really as far as I'll go. I don't
What
really
is?
like animals.
Oh, no animals?
Not really.
Well, except for your cats.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah.
Oh, the cats. That's okay.
was the
I thought you
exception.
said something, but I didn't catch that. So
Oh.
cats are the exception.
Yes.
Cats would eat a lot of the reptiles.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
it's probably why you like them, because you don't like reptiles. So it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess, sort of thing. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I knew a guy who, well, I kind of knew a guy. I was really young when we lived by this family, but he had in his basement a Komodo dragon,
Mm.
and he had set up a huge, like, it was like a playground almost in their basement. It was probably half the size of this room, just this cage for this thing. But that thing was huge. It was like 5 or 6 feet or something. And he's like, don't get too close to the cage because it'll smack it with its tail and could hurt you if you stick your hand in there or something. Like,
They're insane.
okay.
That's crazy.
What's the biggest reptile you guys owned?
When we had our shop, we had a show, like a to draw people to the
Mm.
shop that wasn't for sale. That was a Burmese python, and she was maybe like 8 or 9 feet long.
Wow.
So the cage was like 8 or 10 feet long. I mean, it took up a whole wall of the store, like when you
That's
came in. But it
crazy.
was to like get people to be like, "Ooh, look at that," and
Right.
go in and look at it.
There's an attraction.
Yeah, yeah. So that was probably the biggest one that we had. We had a snake that would have gotten a lot bigger than that we bought to sell, but we had to sell it quickly because it started actually watching the kids as they walked by, like, "Oh, look."
Oh my
And
goodness.
so we're
There's
like,
some
"Yeah, we got to
food.
sell that right now. We can't
Eee.
keep that in here."
Can't
So
keep him.
yeah, and it wasn't even that big yet, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Was ready for some bigger prey though.
Yeah, I mean, even I know we sold it at a different reptile show that we attended, not one that we put on.
Hmm.
And I wasn't there because the kids were so little. But I remember Anthony telling me that the guy that bought it, like, put it around his neck. Like, a lot of people just put snakes around their necks.
Yeah.
And it immediately, like, his face, like, started turning red because it was just, like, holding on so tight. And he was like, okay.
Oh, that's
So hopefully he had a successful time keeping that snake. But I don't know.
started choking him out. That guy probably didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That snake.
Yeah.
Those ones get so big that you can't even hold them at some points too.
Yeah.
If you let them like keep growing and you start feeding them like rabbits and stuff.
Well, the Burmese python that we had ate rabbits.
Oh wow.
So, and I'll never forget because we fed everything not live. Like we fed it, you can feed reptiles frozen thawed stuff.
Mm.
So you buy it and it's already been like killed and frozen,
Okay.
and including like the rabbits and stuff. And we fed it, put it in the cage and left it, and it didn't eat it overnight.
Hmm.
And it was not good. We had to go take care of it the next day.
Yeesh.
So, but mostly the stuff will just eat it right away when you give it to them.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it was still cool to have.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I've only held a couple of snakes in my life, but it's pretty cool
Experience worth remembering.
for sure.
Yeah, they're
What
cool.
was your favorite reptile that you had?
Favorite reptile?
Mm-hmm. Or amphibian or arachnid, since you said you have tarantulas and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely not the arachnids. But
No.
no. They were
We'll
okay.
just leave those in the cage.
Yeah, the arachnids, the scorpions, because you can't even. You could like people do hold those too, even like the tarantulas and the scorpions and stuff, because you can be like gentle and get them used to humans and stuff. But it's just like there's
I don't
literally
want to
like
spend the time to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. We're good. We'll just keep snakes. But probably one of the snakes would be the favorite. I'd have to. The snakes are the crested geckos, because I think at least the one snake, it's one of the ones that I actually bred, might be the one that I had that was the favorite, just because it was more sentimental, because it was the first one that I ever got.
Hmm.
It was just a corn snake. It was orange, and they don't get too big. They're kind of like the snakes you see outside here in Colorado a little bit in size, maybe a little bit bigger than those. But he was just an orange corn snake, and I named him Thing when I was young, because the Fantastic Four, and he's orange. But then his name just stuck, so he's just Thing as he goes along. So Thing was probably my favorite one that I had, if I had to pick one.
That's cool. It's cool. There's something else that I was gonna ask about that, but I don't remember. So we'll move on.
Keep wanting to do the Office, like just Jim just looks at the camera and just stare him in the eyes. That's it right there.
Break the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can break the fourth wall now. No, it's pretty fun being behind the scenes with stuff, because you understand what you're talking about, but people watching only see what you tell them to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're playing God with them.
The power.
The power really goes to your head, you know. So I see you have Crocs on, Gianna.
I do.
When did you get those?
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
Couldn't even remember when.
Crocs are kind of making a comeback.
They are. It's crazy. Yeah.
Remember when they first came out and they were like, "That's the weirdest thing. Why would anybody wear a piece of foam with holes in it?"
Mm-hmm.
But then they started getting big. They kind of died out for a little bit, and now they're back.
Now they're back. Isn't it like too like that little flap on the back? It's like the the sports style and the casual style based on which way you flip
Mm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which way do you normally wear it? Because you're in sports mode right now, right?
Yeah.
She's
Doesn't
ready to
really-
run. If
You
it
look
gets out
you
of
look in
hand.
sports mode.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really stay on very well if you don't have it like that. So
24/7 sports mode.
yeah.
24/7.
John is ready to run.
She's ready
Any
to go
moment.
whenever. I had a couple, or I got a pair of Hey Dudes because those were like famous at one point too. But I wasn't a fan of those.
Are they just like a slip-on shoe?
Yeah, they're just like super cheap made. Now they make more quality type ones, but they were like super thin foam on the bottom and like just the like mesh fabric top, kind of just, shoes you could just throw on in the house or if you're going outside real quick. But I wasn't a fan. They just felt super loose. Like my feet were I was just gonna walk out of them at any given point.
That's fair.
Yeah. But so I guess coming back to like church here, I wanted to get your guys' perspective on like coming from, I guess, the Baptist background at that point, like, because you gave a little bit of insight into that of how it was with free grace and then having the background of the Baptist type stuff. What was that kind of shift in your guys' mind? Like, do you remember what you thought when you came here? Like, what the difference was?
Specific. What's your thoughts, Mom? Because you had more experience, I guess, from the difference. Because mine was kind of just like in the first place, I didn't really remember the past churches, but you like kind of grew up in that.
It was a lot different because I'd grown up with pretty much nothing, like no knowledge of any related to like ways to salvation at all. Just like periodically going to church, but that's not really the purpose of going to like Christmas service, especially like at the Presbyterian church. I can't remember ever hearing anything about that. It was like still a lot of, giving you a pamphlet and you had to like, these are things we're going to all repeat after and things like that, and then sing only out of the hymn book. And it was just it was not fun to go even as a kid. It's just like, this is boring. Nothing's being told that I care anything about. I don't understand what's going on.
You're super strict.
Yeah. So, but even from going from the Messiah Baptist Church to here, it was definitely a lot different. I could tell a big difference in just the message and the gospel, the way it was told, because like Tarn said, that was his big thing, was his little tracts of the steps to grace. And it was very like, I think old school Baptist, like at the end, everyone bow their head and like put your hand up.
Right.
If
Altar
you
calls almost.
absolutely come up to the front, and you guys don't like it was like when Pastor Joey talks about sometimes, well, we don't do that kind of stuff. That's the way a lot, like at least that's how that church was, and if you don't know if you're saved, and even if did you think before, but maybe you're not, a lot of like putting doubt in your mind,
Right.
and stuff like that, so that you would repeatedly go to the altar call and that kind of stuff. Like, it has been like a couple months. Maybe I need to go up there again and be re-saved.
They plant that doubt in your mind.
Right. Like it's almost like planting the seeds of, are you sure? Are you really sure? Instead of, well, once you know, then you know.
Right.
And that's the truth. It's a lot different because once you understand it, then you don't worry about the doubt anymore. And you don't, I can say, well, geez, that was not really helping to teach us to be really saved, because putting doubt in your mind after you say, yeah, I'm saved. And then a few months later, well, but are you sure? That's not really the way to, so that's a big difference that I noticed right away.
That's good. Did you notice I hear a lot of times too that like the people too, I mean, you said lip sync battle, which is people putting it on, but that seems more of like a community or like the fellowship probably that you didn't have.
The fellowship was a huge thing because that was a big thing we really wanted, was like fellowship, especially for the kids and stuff, because they weren't little kids anymore, but I mean, they were like young teenagers basically. So that's exactly the age where we've already gone past the young years. So now we really want fellowship with their peers, and especially peers that have the same beliefs that we do and are going to be good to help them grow, alongside instead of, we don't necessarily, you don't know what's going on if it's just random people that they're hanging out with or whatever. But
All right.
yeah, we noticed right away the fellowship was a big thing that we really liked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. I just drew a blank again on what I was going to say. This happens a lot. You'll come to find. I think of something while somebody else is talking, and then I'll stop thinking about it because I'm listening, and then I'll just completely forget what I was going to say.
Just put right back away in a drawer.
Yeah, the train just drives away. Lip sync. Which lip sync was that you guys came to?
It was 4 years ago, so I think it was like the kids versus the adult versus the leaders was like the finale or whatever. I think it was the Prince Ali year, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Ali.
Yeah.
Prince Ali.
Prince Ali, and then we did the Office one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Which isn't even on video right now.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. What did you think about that, Gianna? Watching
the lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Did you want to participate at the time? Or were you just like, it's something cool to watch, but
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They made it like this epic thing, like we didn't, because like when the Prince Ali started and stuff, the lights went off, and then you hear, because they did like the stomping and the marching like all around the room going up to the stage, so that was like it was pretty epic.
It's
when
all
they started
immersive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys hadn't experienced anything like that at the Baptist church where it was
No.
like,
No. And
if
even
you were
just,
too loud, you'd get kicked out of that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, no, it was definitely super cool to watch. And yeah, I didn't at the time, I don't think any of you Mara wasn't here when we were there because that's the first time she met Jordan's parents was that same week that she was meeting his parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad, like at the time, I think when we asked you, oh, you guys ever want to do that? And they were just like, probably not. But it was cool to watch.
No. Yeah.
But look how far you've come into all the lip syncs you've been in.
Yeah, look how far you have come.
It's come far.
That's got to be pretty cool for you as a mom, though, seeing them
Yeah.
grow in their walk with Jesus and like how they've actually grown, both of them, for sure.
Yeah, both of them a ton for sure in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think everybody can see that.
It's such a huge difference because I remember, at least, even not remembering the church, but not knowing, not knowing scripture well, which I had scripture with me too, so I could have known it better just from reading it more, but not knowing scripture well, not really grounded in any purpose or identity or value or anything, or like the point of like, why are we even here? What's going on afterwards with everything too?
All right.
And then salvation was a big thing that just I didn't understand until we actually came here. Because I remember thinking, because I hadn't gotten baptized yet, and I remembered people, you guys never said this, but this is just where my mind went to. It was with like me not being baptized yet. My mind kept going to the place of like, oh, well, I'm not baptized yet, so I'm not going to go to heaven when I die until I get baptized. So I got to make sure to do that so that I can go to heaven until I get baptized. And so it was kind of just a little bit all over the place, just not knowing a lot of stuff until we came here. But super cool to actually have a church that teaches truth and what the Bible says, and that the Bible is so unbelievably clear when you read it. And
it is the truth, so you don't have to doubt
the truth, objective truth. Yeah.
So you said you weren't baptized like before coming here, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I hadn't. Me and Shauna, I think, did it at the same time when we came. We got baptized here. It was our only time being baptized.
First time. What about Mara? Do you know about her?
I'm pretty sure that she was baptized at our other church, but then I think I don't think she got baptized here, right? Just you guys, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, because I remember they had like a it was like a horse trough kind of thing in the back of the like church, she got baptized, I think, at the church down in Denver, which was like a real like built into the ground up at like on the stage sort of because that's where I got baptized too, was at that church.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you think that too when you were growing up?
Think like which part specifically?
Like the stuff that Tarn said, like did you feel like you had to be baptized?
I didn't really feel like I didn't really know anything. Like I didn't have any knowledge of anything, but also like I definitely wouldn't say that it mattered to me at all. Like especially with like when we did like the Bible reading, we started doing that again. It was very just like let's read like a chapter or two, but we're not going to talk about anything and I have no idea what any of this means or why we're doing it.
Mm.
And I remember we would always, I think after every time we would read the Bible, we would always say the Lord's Prayer. So it always seemed really weird to me, and I didn't understand any of it or why we were doing it. So I don't even think I really knew like salvation as a thing, like in my mind, until I was here. But I wouldn't say that even coming here right away that I like fully believed. Like I didn't.
Like still getting to understand everything, because it sounds like Tarn was in a different place from what you're saying you were, whereas he was kind of already starting to question things and like try to like search for something, whereas you just hadn't even, it hasn't really crossed your mind or anything. Or
Yeah, I don't think I really sought anything out, and I never said this to anyone. I just kind of was thinking about it recently, but I don't know that I could even say that like when I was baptized that I was a believer. Like I don't think that I was actually saved when I was baptized.
Not sure. Have you been baptized since?
No.
Well,
That would be pretty cool. Now understanding what baptism is too.
yeah, understanding baptism and understanding now, I assume you are fully confident and persuaded now that you are saved now at this point, since you're reflecting on that. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Tarn, you're up.
Oh, I could.
Right now on camera, we'll get it.
Right now, we got a cup of water in here.
Got the oil splash.
We'll do the Catholic sprinkling on you right now.
Oh, you guys were all sprinkled on when you were babies. I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
Like dedicated with sprinkling. Yeah. So you were dedicated to the Lord when you were babies.
I think that's cool because that's like, I guess I wouldn't know what their thing was, but like the dedication's like for a different purpose too.
I think,
like more for the parents and stuff.
Well, it was us, at least because, and since I didn't have a lot of knowledge, and I think your dad growing up in that church the way he did, since what they were talking about wasn't necessarily 100% the truth and teaching, maybe the right way.
It was not.
So he was like tried to lead all of us in the best way that he could, like during that time. But it was important to us that we said, yes, we want to raise you guys in to be to be for the Lord, and that's important for us to like say we're dedicating you to God, and we care about that, and we want to teach you up the right way. Now, we probably could have done some better stuff while you were growing up than what we did, but now I am super proud of you guys. Whenever I hear when you like do your talks, and Shauna, like some of the stuff that she's done, like talk to some of her friends and things that I've seen that you guys do, it's really shows me so much growth, and makes me really proud.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Proud of both of you.
It's good to hear from your parents. From your mom like that, I'm sure.
That's cool.
That's cool. Do you guys remember the first service you came to?
I do, because
Gianna looks like she does.
Do you remember too?
Yeah.
Because I maybe tried to make us not come. Because I had struggled for a long time, though, because we had some loss in our family, and it had made me have a lot of struggles to where even when we were still going to the other church, I didn't go with them for a long time. Okay. So I think I was probably still having some struggles then. And even though we had decided that we did want to find, I think that we were probably running late that morning. John will have to back me up on this. And I was kind of like, well, maybe we just shouldn't go if we're not going to be there on time.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the first time. I just remember like you like pretended like that the key got stuck in the ignition.
I don't remember that, but it
I
could
do
have
remember that, yeah. There was
Oh,
a lot
we
of
got two
sabotage
witnesses.
happening.
A lot of self-sabotage.
I remember like getting here right at 10 o'clock and being like, oh, well, we can't go in because everyone's already inside and it's going to be so embarrassing. We're going to walk in.
Just one thing after another. She just
Yeah.
kept trying to sabotage the
But
whole morning.
Yeah, but we made it in.
hmm
And I remember because it was super packed. And that's back in the day when like it was super busy and we had to have someone help us find where to sit. And thankfully there was like 5 seats altogether since it was all of us together.
That was like
But-
right after COVID.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
right
because it
after
was in
The like peak of that.
yeah, because
Mhm.
it was in 2021, so
Mm.
like towards the beginning of 2021. So it was still
Back in full force. Yeah, I think a lot of people were coming here
Mhm.
then too, which is why it was so packed because they were like, "Oh, look, no masks, sweet."
yeah,
Mhm.
that was definitely because we were not on board and we didn't want to have to go somewhere that was going to force us to sit apart from everyone else or any of that kind of stuff. We wanted to be with people that seemed to have similar mindset and we could fellowship with and find a good place to be.
Like-mindedness.
Yeah,
That's good.
absolutely. So it's funny that you do remember all that because I vaguely remember like trying to sabotage.
Sounds
and-
like you were a little out of it at that
Yeah.
point. Like you weren't really thinking the most clearly. You're like, "Oh man, this is
Listen,
getting stuck."
That's kind of an embarrassing thing to think about, but hey, I gotta own up to it.
Spill juice all
So,
over yourself.
that's
Oh,
all.
my clothes are ruined. We can't go
You guys
now.
go in. I'll just have to go home and change. But that was a long time ago, so yeah,
Mhm.
that's very much the opposite now of how we are.
Yeah,
It's like a
no.
long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. And it sounds like it was in the middle of some other stuff too, which
Yeah.
is completely understandable. And it's like able to reflect back on that now is kind of that's the fun thing we get to do though still, there's
Mhm.
we do
Mhm.
stupid stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
That's totally okay. Like ridiculous stuff that we can do, but there's
Yeah.
grace and there's as Christians, like my dad says all the time, we're able to have fun as Christians. We should have the most fun as believers
hmm
because we have that life that we're able to live so freely. So that's awesome. You guys have any more funny stories about your mom? Or do you have any funny stories about your kids that you'd like to share?
Can spill some dirt on us.
I don't know. I do have some of those videos from when you and Shauna used to make stop motion videos.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, they're on my computer on that little storage thing. I have those.
Wow.
You guys used to make videos with the stuffed animals.
hmm
Play those. Those are really good and entertaining, especially your little voices when you were so little, like 5, 6 years old, using your little Nintendo DS to make videos.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
With the only face forward camera that it had on it.
I
You
think
could only
so.
do
It
it with
was-
the
It did audio mainly. I don't even know if it did videos.
Yeah.
On that one.
It
That's
was
crazy.
No, it was fun. And I mean, you had your little camcorders too.
Mhm.
They had like little handheld camcorders that we got them one Christmas. So I think that's what probably really started the video making of each other's like little stuff. And like Chana had some that she made with like her dolls and stuff, and Tarn had some with his Legos, and they had ones together. So it was pretty
Barbie and
entertaining.
Legos come together in one
Crossover.
world.
We never
Yeah,
knew we needed.
crossover. It's like the classic childhood thing, entrepreneurship to do is just make videos with your siblings.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like almost every single family I've run into is like, yeah, we used to make videos as kids. Like, what
Yep.
in the world?
I did it when I was a kid too. We used to
Yeah.
make videos and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
You-
Gaga gave me Gaga. That's my grandpa. We call him Gaga. Gave us a really old it was like I don't know if you call it it wasn't cassette, but those mini VCR discs that you would
Mhm.
pop in there. They're like miniature VCR things almost.
Mhm.
He gave us one of those and a super clacky old thing, and the speaker would pick up all of the noise from the camera. So anytime you'd zoom in, it'd be like like every single noise you could hear on the thing playing. It was like huge, and you had to plug it in the whole time when you were using it because you couldn't put a battery in it because the batteries were lost for some reason. It's like that's just a classic game that kids would play.
Mm-hmm.
It was like super fun.
Do you remember what you guys made with that one? That cranky classic
All
one?
kinds of stuff. We made some like stupid Star Wars stuff. We called it Kid Wars.
Kid
Because
Wars.
that was so creative. Just change one word in it and make it the same thing.
Brand new.
You have to ask Drea about that. She's super embarrassed about that.
About Kid Wars.
Kid Wars. We just gave her one line. It was like, I'm sorry, master. I failed you. She had like one line, but we filmed like a section of it where there's just chaos of people running around on the playground and like fighting on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
But you would just hear Drea every like 30 seconds. I'm sorry, master. I failed you.
Oh, the line wasn't one time. It was like
Over and
It was
over
just
again.
supposed to be once, I think, but she just kept saying it randomly. So it was like random points you just hear in the background. I'm sorry, master. I failed you.
That's funny.
And then we would use like because like you had to make up movie magic like when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And like your imagination just runs wild. So you're like, oh, the Force. How are we gonna do the Force? So it's like we had Frodo, James Dean. I think it was Jack. I think was like using the Force, and we had Frodo in the background behind some bushes with a stick.
Like pushing the object.
Yeah, and then we had something, I forget what it was, on the end of the stick, and he was like lifting it up, but you could see him in the background behind the bush just going like this. And like lifting it up and putting it
Sorry,
back
master. I failed you.
down. Failed you. No, you're not. You're supposed to be in this scene. Go away.
That's
But-
funny.
That's kind of what sparked my like love and joy for like making content, like film and stuff, making videos and stuff. But that was some fun times, some awkward times. Wish I had some of those videos because those are always fun.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You'll have to share some of those with our group because I think they would love to hear little baby Taran
Yeah. Little Tarn and Chana
and little
playing.
Chiana.
Which one of you
Mhm.
guys was it that made up the bear song?
That was me.
Tarn
It
made
was
up.
just off the top of my head.
Tarn made up this silly song, and we still all know all the words to this very day.
You got to sing it now.
Sing. Oh, I don't even know if I remember all the words.
Oh my
there.
gosh!
Do you
know the
remember it?
words?
Mm-mm.
I'm the only one that remembers the words.
Do you want to sing it for us?
No, I do not want to sing it. Surely you have to know the words.
It was something. I think.
It started with bears start attacking my
It's like-
world.
I think it was like bears start attacking my world, and they eat me until I bleed. But then I don't know. Was there anything else after that?
Nope, that was the whole thing.
Wow.
But
There's
and
that.
That's
I'm
masterpiece.
pretty sure I still have that because we transferred a lot of those old videos to like the storage thing that I have connected to my computer. And because I didn't even know we still had all that until I went looking for something. I think it's when one of the two of you graduated probably.
Hmm.
And I was looking for old like pictures and stuff, and I found a folder with a bunch of old videos. And I started sitting there watching it. It was so funny just to watch you guys making your little videos and then talking to each other, and you'd not turn it off while you were walking down the stairs and stuff like that. So it's like all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Classic
funny.
kid videos.
Yep. Videos of you and Chana playing the Connect.
Yeah.
Those are some epic videos because
yeah.
it's just as funny to watch someone doing the Connect because they're just moving all around and you can't tell what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Those
Yeah.
are so much fun to find. Those homemade videos.
Yes.
I like the innocence behind it. Like they just want to make these things. Jessie had so many of those too. She just take my mom's phone and start recording stuff. And like, what even was this? Like, hey guys, today we're going to Chick-fil-A and we're going to like, what? No, you aren't. Why are you saying that?
Oh, yeah.
See the vlogs and imitate them. We watched.
Yeah.
We grew up on like basically just YouTube. We watched all the time, so that we wanted to recreate it with a lot of stuff with like gaming. We wanted to make like tutorials on stuff. like because we saw people make tutorials and it was fun. I watched tutorials not to follow it, just because I enjoyed watching people do tutorials on how to make things, and then it was just that was that. So I wanted to recreate those things.
That's cool. Sounds like not technology, but maybe like visual entertainment was kind of a family thing you guys did together. Is that
Yeah.
correct assumption?
Yep.
Mhm.
There was actually several YouTube channels that we would watch like routinely, like weekly all together. Like we would all sit together and watch like the J Stew channel.
J Stew, which they live in Colorado.
Yep. John and I
wow.
still watch them on a regular basis, and we went together. We went and met them when they were in Colorado Springs one time.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a fun little family.
It was cool
A family
because
thing
we
to do
watched
together.
them since you guys were pretty little, right? Can you remember when you started watching them?
No.
But a long time.
Yeah.
So it was cool to be able to.
Long time.
But we used to watch YouTube channels and we watched movies always together.
That was almost like a nightly thing. Was like
Yes.
dinner in the living room and
Mm.
then watching a movie together.
Yes.
And it was like
Cool.
we had all like the Blu-rays and DVDs, so it just like cycled through the same movies that we had over and over again too, which we enjoyed. But
But
Yeah.
it was a lot. That's why we're always like giving Jordan a hard time because we're always like, "What? You've never seen this?" Because the kids they've seen so many movies because we just watched movies all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
That was like probably around Redbox, wasn't it? Right when that started like, coming out.
We used to get Redbox, I think before the kids were born. Maybe some when they were little and stuff. But we just always bought movies when they came out. We used some kind of I don't know if one of you guys remembers the name, whatever that software was that we used to like download episodes and movies and stuff.
Graboid.
What was it called?
Graboid.
you're right.
Graboid.
I don't know if it was fully legal either.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't say
I don't know if that
that.
was fully legal.
Well, I think
but-
there was that, and then I think there might have been something else that we actually had to pay for. But Graboid, yeah. Something that Anthony found that you signed up for this and you could like basically download any
Oh,
episode of TV shows, movies,
Hmm.
and that's where we watched a lot of movies from too if we didn't own them, and TV stuff.
Yeah.
Like
The-
I think you guys watched like what old China Beach episodes.
we had that. I think we started watching those on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like old stuff like that. The time we realized that it probably wasn't fully legit is one of the videos we put on, and then you just see someone get up and stand in front of the screen inside of there.
I was gonna say they're like have the person's thumb in the way of the video the whole
Yeah.
time while you're watching it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you remember the name of that. I never would have remembered that.
She's like, I still use it. Just like on my phone, on my computer, on the TV,
Yeah, every movie there is.
everything
Oh,
you
man.
want.
Yeah. Yep. We watched a lot of TVs and movies with you guys growing up.
Mhm.
But sometimes we tried to do them for like an educational purpose, like
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock. Yes, you
I
guys watched
remember
a lot
that.
of
That's a
Schoolhouse
great
Rock.
movie, yeah.
But even like stuff that has like historical value.
Hmm.
I can remember pausing movies and being like, okay, so what's going on here is blah, 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 and like tell you a little story about the history of what's this is supposed to be happening.
Watch some Monty Python, Life of Brian, and
Oh,
like,
they've
all right, let's
never
go
s-
through this and see.
They've never seen any Monty Python.
Oh, really?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, we
We should
gotta
make
get
you
them
to
started
watch
on the Holy Grail. The Search for the
Yes.
Holy Grail. That's a pretty good one. That's one's
Yep.
not as bad as Life of Brian is.
Yeah.
So that's a nice ease into it.
Monty Python,
one.
Holy Grail.
Yeah. And you've undoubtedly heard people quote from it and you just don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah,
I think I've seen clips and stuff from it too, and like
probably.
likes this like knight that like loses his limbs. I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
I don't know this
Just but a
backstory on
flesh
that.
wound. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty funny.
so we had those ones.
But that's cool that you guys are able to have every family's got to have their things that they do, you know. They're like their family, I don't even know what you'd call it, connection time. It's like, all right, we know we do this, so that kind of creates an atmosphere of like comfort and like time of like almost security, because it's almost like a schedule type thing
Mhm.
that you
Mhm.
have, which schedules are really good, but having something like that is almost like something to do. But
Yeah.
As a family, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had, I feel like, a lot of that kind of stuff. Don't you guys think? Because it was very like we did everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Like birthday stuff, tradition, like the birthday person gets to pick all the stuff. We still do that now. Like they get
That's
to
a good
pick,
one.
yeah, like the birthday person picks whatever they want to eat, whatever they want to do, whatever they want to watch, if they want to watch something, which usually was always watch something, but sometimes now it's not always watch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's cool.
Yeah.
Taryn always wanted to pick the R-rated movies, I'm sure.
yeah, you know,
Definitely.
we had to
Yeah.
like block him from it.
He's like, Alien, I want to watch some Alien.
We watched all of that kind of stuff growing up too. Like we saw all the
Oh, yeah.
aliens and predators and everything.
Dang. Did you guys ever get any nightmares like when you were really young watching any of that stuff, or was it just kind of because I remember the first, let's see, was that the first? I think the first, it wasn't even a horror movie. It was just like a, probably shouldn't be watching this as a child movie, was it 2001 Godzilla with Inspector Gadget dude? I can't remember his name, but that really old one. It was
Yeah.
like I think my grandma put it on for us, and she'd put like movies like that and like Jaws and like Deep Blue Sea and
Oh,
just
gosh.
like these like monster movies kind of, but like to a child that's like
Scary.
boogeyman in your closet is gonna come out and get you. Like, why are you showing me this? But do you guys remember getting any like nightmares, or was it no big deal?
Me personally, I don't. I think I got more because we did it a lot of the time. I think I got more used to them, so I didn't really get any nightmares from those or anything. And they always had like whenever it was like gory things or something like that, like they would be in there like watching with us. Like our dad was like, "Oh, look away, you can't see this." Like even like Star Wars and Obi-Wan and Anakin's fight scene when Anakin like gets down in the fire and he's starting to burn alive, they wouldn't let us, like Dad didn't have us watch that either. So he did good about making sure we weren't seeing like a lot of this like gory or
Right.
scary stuff at the same time.
That's good.
So that kind of kept it away. But then a little bit later on, my dad and Mara always watched this YouTube channel that I saw like glimpses of and stuff. And it was like this like ghost channel, like demonic things happening, like camera footage that people give you and stuff.
Oh yeah, like found footage almost.
Yeah, and those things scarred me for a while. I had a few months of no sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like I was
Oh my
scared when I had to wake up to go to the bathroom at night. Like I was scared. I couldn't go back to bed when I got up in the morning. I was just sitting in my bed watching, waiting for something to come up the stairs as I was sitting in there. It was bad for a little while.
Jeez
Oh
Louise.
man.
Did you tell anybody about that, or did you just?
I think I
Deal with
did a
it.
little bit. I might have kept a lot of it to myself when I was doing it.
Probably because you felt like you were going crazy. You're like, this isn't real. I'm not gonna tell anybody that I think I'm seeing ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little freaky for a while, but it's
That is
better
freaky.
now. I can sleep now, so that's good.
That's good. That's good. Now the only ghost you got to worry about is the Holy Spirit.
Amen, brother.
How about you, Chiana? Anything like that?
Not really. I feel like I never was a huge fan of like when we did watch movies. Just never really liked watching movies. So
Movies weren't your thing.
yeah,
Still aren't, probably.
not really. But I would just like I feel like most of the time like I would be in the room, but I would just be like watching YouTube videos or something.
Separately.
Yeah.
Sounds like Jesse.
You're forced to participate, but you weren't actually watching. I think I know what Tarn's talking about. I think he was.
Yeah, I was a part of that too. I do remember like at some point you told Dad and then we stopped watching them.
That's probably
Is that
like,
that same channel that you and Mara used to watch? That guy?
Yeah. I think it's Nuke's Top 5.
I think so. Yeah.
They're just like ghost stories, basically.
Yeah, it's like real, like, ooh, look at this ghost or ghost hunting type stuff. Because they used to watch a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. But it was a lot of like either like security cam footage or like people's handheld footage, which I think is what freaked me out so much because it looked so real. Like this actually is happening here with
Right.
these people.
Yeah.
Freaked me out a little bit with that. And that's a lot what he does is like, and it's like he is like this whole story behind it and like, well, these different things that are happening, and then I don't remember fully a lot of the stuff, but
Still scarred. I don't want to talk about
I
it.
was like, I can't
Brings
bring
up
up
some
that
trauma.
memory.
Dang it, he's not going to sleep for another month.
Now tonight he's not going to be able to
Can't bring
sleep.
it up.
Remembering all those.
Well, you just gave Craig some ammunition. He's going to start messing with you around the apartment.
we'll see. We'll see.
Put a
we'll see.
string on the door, close it. What was that?
Who was that?
Pretend like he's sleeping when you come in. Craig, was that you? He's sleeping. What was that? That'd be messed up.
That would be messed
If
up.
you did that. Have you guys ever experienced like a ghost story thing before? Like something you can't really explain, but
Well, we did go stay in the Stanley Hotel several times on purpose to try to see if anything weird happened to us.
nice.
Yeah, so the kids
That's
never did,
gutsy.
but it was really fun actually. We did stay in like the quote unquote haunted rooms.
Hmm.
So, and there was some, I will admit, there were some weird things that happened while we were there. I mean, what it is, I can't say, but I mean, like we saw like a weird shadow on the floor.
Hmm.
There was like cold air that was like blowing around us without any reason for it in the middle of the room.
Hmm.
So it was interesting to go there. It was fun, and like we had like recorders to record stuff. And we met when we were walking, because the Stanley Hotel will just let you walk around the whole property. They don't, as long as you're being respectful, they don't care
Oh, that's cool.
if you're walking through the halls, because they know that people come there a lot to do that. So we met this couple sitting out in the hallway. They had just gotten married.
Hmm.
And that's where they came for their honeymoon, was to like go ghost hunting
Wow.
at the Stanley Hotel.
Nerds.
Yeah. So, but we let them like come in our room, and they were so excited because they got to come in the haunted room,
That's cool.
because otherwise you basically can't go in because they're pretty much always booked out.
Hmm.
And even if you go on the tour, they take you to the door, but you can't go in.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
they were super nice, and that was fun. But yeah, but it's cool to stay there. It's a cool hotel, if
Yeah.
nothing else.
Right. Sure, it's like tourist attraction.
Yes.
Anyways, pretty much what it is now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the last time we were there, you didn't go, but you went on like the ghost tour thing.
Thought
Didn't you?
Tom was there.
I was there
Did you
for
go?
that one
You
too.
went on the
I
ghost
don't remember
tour
when it
too?
was, but yeah.
It was just a couple years ago when we went up there, and we all went to go take like the ghost tour.
Because they took
Oh,
us
yeah.
in like the underground little bit too. That they said like the workers. That's like how they got to the different parts of the house. They had these different passages underground and
The
stuff.
tunnels, huh?
Tunnels.
It is
That's cool.
super cool
Mhm.
stories about the hotel when it was built, and because it's so long ago, and I mean it was built like for that guy built it for his wife, so
Mm.
people could come stay with her because they had to move out there because of his health.
Oh.
So
Mhm.
yeah, but they clearly had a lot of money because they did have multiple buildings, and they had like for the servants, and certain floors were for the maids for all the kids while they were staying, and
Wow.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
History.
Yes.
This has been the History Channel. That's cool. How about you, Chiana? Any unexplained stories? Unexplainable? Yeah, that's the word.
But you have to explain it now. So
I mean, there's Morris tells the story a lot, but she had like the tall, like the loft bed, and like her back was facing towards the doorway, but
Mm.
it was like her room was like in the open, so she didn't have like a door or anything on it, but she just remembers like, I don't know if she was awake or like she woke up, but like she just felt like someone was like there, like in the doorway,
Mm.
and she turned around and I was just standing there, and she kept like trying to ask me what I was doing, but like I wouldn't answer her.
Hmm.
And then I just turned around and left and went back to my room. And so she got up and she went in there, and I was just asleep.
Creepy.
That is creepy. I don't know that I've ever heard that story. If I have, I don't remember it.
Most people don't wake up usually when you
Mhm.
go and stand in their doorway. Like she was the one.
Do you remember doing it?
No, I never did.
So you don't know if you were actually awake or she was just imagining it?
No, I don't know.
Don't have any record of like sleepwalking or anything
I
that you
don't
know of.
think even like besides that anything like that ever had happened.
Weird.
Interesting.
Strange.
That'll keep you awake.
Yeah.
I'll keep you. Taryn's gonna get nightmares from your story now. No.
Not again.
How about you, Taryn?
Any like things that happened?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any kind of like strange things or weird. It was all my imagination when it got to that one point where I was just,
Mm-hmm.
I was like always thinking in my mind, like, what if somebody is downstairs right now? They could be.
That
And
could
that was
be.
just it was just paranoia with
Yeah.
a lot of stuff when it was all those shows and stuff that I watched. But
Fair.
I don't think anything actually ever happened that was weird at all that I can remember at least.
Mm.
No strange occurrences.
I think that house, because it was just so big and open in the front, like just kind of made you feel freaked out if you woke up in the middle of the night.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
I remember if I woke up in the middle of the night and if you thought you heard something or maybe there was a sound, then you're like, oh, well, what was it really? And then you feel like you have to investigate. And then I'm like, well, what if it really came from the basement? But I'm too scared. I don't want to go in the basement. And
Yeah.
then like I had stacked up stuff in front of the crawl space because I was afraid of someone getting in the crawl space. So
Mm.
I think it just maybe the house itself just kind of like could give you the creeps in the middle of the night.
That can happen sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your brain psychs you out, and like,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you wake up from that and like dazed and confused, and you don't really know what happened. Like I could have sworn I heard something
Mm-hmm.
or something happened, but that happened to me one time where I was laying down and it was like something happened, but I don't even remember it happening. I was like laying there and woke up and there was water all over my chest, like
Hmm.
from like a cup of water that I had on my bed. And the cup of water was just like on the thing, like on my nightstand still, like on my nightstand, and my phone had like been taken off the charger and it was like across the room on the other side. I'm like,
Oh.
what in the world did I do? I like woke up and it was just like all wet, and I think that's what woke me up is like the cold feeling from the water. And I was like, woke up, I'm like, what in the world? Just why am I all wet? Like my water's just gone. My phone's over there. I'm like,
That's
what
weird.
did I do?
Put your phone across, splash some water on you, get
Splash
back
some
into
water,
bed.
all the way back down. I have no idea what happened. It was like weird stuff like that. It was like unexplainable, but that was definitely me
Doing
that
it.
did that.
You just forgot a little bit.
I just forgot that I had
Mm.
done that, or I just woke up and decided to splash myself and throw my phone for
That's
some reason. But that's weird.
Strange
That's
set of
wild.
events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But alrighty, well, that's actually all the time we got for y'all. So thank you guys for coming in, talking,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
letting
Thanks
us
for
know
having
some
us.
of your background. Hopefully, it sparks some more conversation for y'all to talk to more people.
Yeah.
Talk to everybody, hopefully, in the church.
Everybody.
Everybody, as
I
much
see
as you
you.
can.
We're pretty cool.
Sounds like it. Minus Tarnan's weird freakouts that he gets sometimes of being
Yeah.
having his nightmares and stuff. Otherwise, pretty cool, I guess.
Pretty chill. Pretty chill.
Pretty
Just
chill.
put on some Veggie Tales. We're good to go.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Fall asleep to some VeggieTales. Nice. Yeah, but thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
It's been fun talking.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us. It's
I'd like to see some of those videos.
I'll definitely
I'm
find
sure all of
some.
us. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta bring
I
some.
won't show you guys what I'm going to show, so then you won't know.
Yeah.
It's
just
probably
pop 'em
best
out
if
there.
it's just, yeah.
I'll just get that one. I think there's one I heard about like you and James for Mother's Day video. I'll find that one for you too. So
That one was mostly on James. James gets a lot of the brunt of the stupid stuff we want to do.
nice, nice.
We try to put on him. He's like in a red wig and a dress or something.
Oh, my.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And it actually never came to any like final product, but so he spent like an hour or something just in a dress and a wig doing stupid stuff for a Mother's Day video we were going to put out, and it never came to fruition. It was pretty funny though.
It just lives in infamy for him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That and a lot of other stupid stuff that he'd say he did. Pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Good to look back.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever else you want to do. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
You can wave, Gianna.